Tigers, Bulldogs, Saints. Welcome to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
Good morning from Smithville First Baptist Church. That is loud. My goodness, I had myself turned up too loud. I mean, I'm loud enough as it is. You talk about loud. You ought to hear Casey. Have you heard Casey at the PA at the games?
Yes.
Mike, I don't know how you ain't even talk this morning.
I would ask him to come do the PA at the West School, but it already sounds like.
Oh, no, wait, we got to make that happen. Can you imagine that?
It's terrible because they took all the soundproofing off the walls. And so now you're just in a tin can, so you can't understand anything that's being said in there. You have to talk real low.
Welcome to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance. Tom, Kelly, Casey, Coach is a little under the weather today. We send our best to him and hope he gets to feeling better soon. We start this morning. Breaking news.
Oh, man. I have been waiting for this Ron Burgundy opening all night long.
Breaking news this morning. Well, I guess it's not so breaking now. We broke it last night. But
wait, I just want to know before we get started. Daniel, do you have the 4 streams of things going on?
No.
I want to go into 4-screen, split screen with 4 running tabs out. Yeah.
He was talking about this last night before the game, how he wanted all this graphic stuff. After 21 years, Steve Trapp has officially stepped down as the head football coach of the DeKalb County High School Tigers. Coach Trapp told his team, I assume during the pregame meal last night, before the game and the senior night festivities got underway. Confirmed that with us prior to kickoff last night as well. Not going to get into a lot of details. Don't know a lot of details, but Coach Trapp has decided to hang it up. He finishes his coaching career at DeKalb with 115 wins, 116 losses, 54-56 against the district region opposition, 7-15 in the playoffs. Take out those first 3 years, and I know that's part of the record, but kind of the foundation layer there where they went 3-27 those first 3 years. He's 112-89 during the final 18 seasons. And 53-39. So many milestones. If you get a chance to go to the Blitz Facebook page, we've got a write-up on there talking about Coach Trapp and the accomplishments during his tenure. Casey, I know with Reed on the football team and you over the quarterback club that you've kind of had an ear to the ground all season long. Are you surprised by this decision?
Not especially. No, because keep in mind, Steve's the same age I am, and I know how my body feels every morning when I wake up. So you put in 20 years of something, that's a lot. A lot of people don't work at the same job for 20 years, if you think about it, moving around. But he's done good. He's resurrected the football program out there for sure, and has taken it to heights that it's never went to before. And those playoff wins that he had, that's something that nobody's ever can ever say happened before, or that he didn't help accomplish. So and you look at some of the players that he's developed and that's come through that program. You have a lot of those have gone on to do, pretty big things and have went to college and played in college and, even beyond in some cases. So, I think he's left the football program in better shape than it was when he got there, and I think that's the best thing you can say about anybody.
Bar none. And, I mean, you can look from facilities to, just what they've accomplished as a team on the field. I was driving in this morning, and I kept seeing Tiger Pride signs, Kelly, all around. People have them in their yards. Businesses have them in their windows. Tiger Pride is something that Coach Trapp established, and as he would always say, it's become a way of life for the Tiger football program. I don't think we'll ever see Tiger Pride and not think of Coach Trapp and what a foundation he has laid, and I know we've had football before, and we've had some great teams over the past. I'm not knocking that at all. But to me, the program as a whole has definitely gone up, several notches under his guidance.
He has done a really good job of investing in the kids. I see some of the things from I have a couple of football kids that ride my bus, and the things that they do for them, the apparel that the Booster Club and football provides for them, and things that they do for. I mean, like I'm pretty sure on this. If you try out for football, you're on the football team. Like no one really gets cut unless you're a behavior problem.
You cut yourself.
Yes,
usually.
that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he's invested in some kids that may not have had a chance to been on any other sports team. And like I said, that sometimes sticks with some of those kids for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So I mean, he has created a culture. You look back, we had a ceremony where we recognized the football players, and we're good friends with Matt Boss, and Matt Boss still talks about playing for Coach Trapp. So he still lives those high school dreams. So when we get to talking about football and stuff, so he has instilled something to these kids. It may not be state championships and all these playoffs, but you have to kind of understand. I hate to say it because we're fixing to hit basketball season and but we're not a football town. I mean, like I know there's football culture and they want to be good at football and they want to invest in football, but we're not a football town. We don't have the kids to play the big schools that we're having to play. We've been unlucky in getting in the region that we're in, but I think he's done a really good job with what kids he's had, and I think he's done a good job investing in the program and taking it to where it is now.
Kelly, I want to ask you from a coach perspective. We're looking at 21 seasons. I mean, that's a long time. He was a young 27-year-old man when he started. He's a middle-aged 47-year-old man now. You change so much, and I know that I'm a little older than he is.
You do, and the kid, like the way you can't coach. Like I love Coach Bond, and I played for Coach Bond, and I don't know, I could be completely wrong about this. I think Coach Bond would have a hard time coaching right now.
Yeah,
the kids do not respond to the same type of coaching that we got, that we were raised on, that we learned what motivated us. It's a constant change in coaching kids right now, that you have to find what motivates them, what makes them want to put in the work, a lot of them are just about playing time. They want playing time. Well, they don't realize you got to get in the weight room. You got to do all the extra stuff to get playing time. They just want instant gratification, and that's really hard to coach. As a kid, we look at college football. That's why they're all going into the portal. I mean, some of it's for money, but a lot of it, that money part, is for playing time.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to be a hard part for whomever comes in. And it's going to be hard for, I will have to say that it's going to be hard for Coach Trapp to watch unless they kind of in-house it or is somebody already in the program. Because everything you've done will probably get changed and be done, and that's hard to invest. It's hard to invest 20-something years, and then they're just like,
yeah,
they don't care. They don't care about your opinion. They don't even come and ask, hey, how did you do this, or what did you do about this? Even if they don't take your advice, they don't ask. They just go in a totally different direction, and it's really hard to watch when you've built something for it to go completely to the left. It really is.
Casey, and talking about building, I mean, when you see all the improvements to the field, the guy went out and mowed the field himself. He was out there, seemed like a lot, keeping that field in shape, keeping it looking good. I mean, and talking to Coach Trapp, I will share this, he got emotional talking about how much he loves this program, how much, time he has invested in this program and what it means to him. And I know he wants to see it passed on to somebody who loves it as equally as he does. Casey, from that emotional standpoint, how difficult is it to walk away from that? And like Kelly says, how difficult will it be for him to attend a game on Friday night and see these kids that he's coached and maybe see things totally different than what he has been doing for the last 20 years.
It'll be different. You're right about that. The next one of the things that people don't understand about a head coach of any sport here in DeKalb is it's not just coaching the kids, or it's not just teaching the kids or whatever. It's all the other stuff that you have to do too. Like Steve Trapp mows that yard, that field. I'll bet you he mows it 4 times a week.
Well, the field house, the couple times that we were there, it was clean.
Yeah.
I mean, like
just immaculate. Yeah.
So I mean, like that's you hit the nail. Being a head coach is not just X's and O's, and you get out there during the game time. It's the cleaning the gym. It's picking up. It's made sure that the stands are ready to go. It's make sure the lights all work. The scoreboard's working. You have officials. You've talked to your administration about this or that, and you've got uniforms and meals set up and all of these things. There's a lot to coaching besides coaching during the game, during that time frame. And I've done it 20-something years. This is my 22nd year of teaching. This is the first year I haven't coached basketball. And I have to call Coach Trapp. I made a pumpkin roll last night I can't bake, but I'm learning to bake now. So I'll coach.
You have no basketball to coach. You're learning to bake.
Well, I came home the other day and I was like, I don't have to go to practice and I don't have to pick Marley up till 5:30. And I was like, what am I going to do? And so I started cooking some stuff and I was like, Jake might like this that I start cooking now. I don't like the cleaning part. I hate cleaning up the kitchen.
Yeah, but let him do that. You're doing the cooking, right?
It'd still be there. But I'll call Coach Trapp and be like, "Hey, you want to come over? We'll bake a cake."
Hey, if y'all do that,
I was wondering how that was going to connect it, like the pumpkin rolls.
Yes.
I was wondering how that was coming back.
Hey, Casey,
I'm going to ask if he wants to come over and help cook.
I just had an epiphany. Right after DC Blitz on Saturdays, we're going to have cooking with Kelly and Coach Trapp.
No. Yeah, there you go,
buddy.
That entertainment value off the charts. When I go back and I read some of the comments on our Facebook post, you see the impact. You mentioned Matt Boss. I've talked to so many of these former players that, they are outstanding men and outstanding leaders in our community because of the things Coach Trapp. That to me is the biggest takeaway of his tenure. Not the results on the field. All the stuff that they did in football was great. The field house, all that, marvelous. My biggest takeaway is what he accomplished as a man teaching young men. And I think that, to me, Casey, stands out above all that Steve Trapp accomplished. You rarely hear a negative word. And so many of these leaders, young leaders we have in our community, are men that were mentored by Steve Trapp during their time playing football.
And that's a true sign of success, isn't it? I mean, you think about Steve, and then think about Coach Bond. Mm-hmm. How many lives that man has touched? Coach Braswell.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How many lives?
Coach Braswell still.
Yes.
Joey Reeder. How many lives did he touch? We could go down the list. Randy Rohde, even for me. He was here forever, and so I go back to everybody has an expiration date. Okay.
Yep.
And that is. Trust me, I am not being derogatory in any way. I have an expiration date. There'll be a day when I walk into the office over there and I realize that banking has passed me by. You know?
Well, you look at Nick Saban. He said, I can't do it anymore. I mean, and he's a great coach and probably could go coach anywhere he wants to.
Probably the greatest football coach college of all time, bar none.
But he has even said, he goes like, you get to a point, Casey said, you just don't, if your heart's not in it and you don't want to do it.
It's time to go.
You're not going to do a good job.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's where I was when I, talked to Miss Farler. I'm sure that's where Coach Trapp is right now. I mean, it's just,
Well, think about it this way. And we have a bunch of coaches in the room here with us now. But think about how when Steve Trapp started 21 years ago, okay? So what year is that? 96?
2005 was his first season.
2005. Think about the world in 2005 as opposed to the world in 2025.
There was no cell phones. Like there was no the iPhone. I don't think
Yeah, we had flip phones.
we had flip phone. I mean, like like I can do remember like.
You could take a blurry picture. That's about it.
And for coaches, this is what they're competing against.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. And that makes it much more difficult. We're going to have more on Coach Trapp in our last segment, and we're going to have a hot board. We're going to get this opportunity. We're going to have a coaching hot board. Casey's fired up about this.
Oh, man. Yes.
I want to say one thing. For all you former players or anybody that has been coached by Coach Trapp, if you were appreciative of what he did, tell him.
Yes.
Send him a thank you. Tell him it means more to a coach. For some, I know Daddy has talked about kids coming back and thanking him, and he was like, they weren't very good, but
he made a difference.
He made a difference, and tell him, because sometimes when you've done this for 21 years, you think about all the kids that you've had. I mean, I teach 400 kids a day, 400 plus kids. Over the years, that's a lot of kids that I have taught. It makes your heart feel good, and it would make him feel really good to go out. And I will say this as a former coach: go out and tell him thank you for the time that and parents, go out and tell him thank you for the time he invested in your kid.
Yeah,
because he has a kid of his own that he took time away from to spend with your kid. And to make sure that field looked good, and to make sure their uniforms looked good, and they had this and that. That took a lot of his time that he didn't get paid for. And people in the community need to go out and tell him thank you for everything he's done.
Yep.
Whether you love him or hate him, go out and tell him thank you, because he invested 21 years of his life into DeKalb County.
Yep. I one more thing. So, we talk about all the accomplishments of Coach Trapp. One of the things that I think is overlooked is that he was able to get people fired up around him, okay? And what I'm talking about is you look at that quarterback club that's out there. They were always active, okay? But he had the ability to inspire people to believe in him, to believe that there was change coming, to believe that there was a goal out there. I look back at the Daryl Gills of the world. Daryl Gill showed up there last night. He's still a part of it. He ain't had a kid in school in 10 years now, and he's still part of it. John Kilgore, another one.
Yep.
He's still a part of it. Coulter has been graduated for a while. He's so far gone he left the bank with it, now. So, and then it just got passed down. Lucas Bain spends 80 hours a week out there. This is no kidding. Like the man,
Randy Crook.
Yeah, they come out there and they devote their life. And so, why do people do that? They don't just do it just for fun, okay? They do it because somebody has got them into believing that this is the right thing to do. And so, of all the legacies, impact of kids is probably number one. But number two, in my mind, forget wins and losses. It is what you've done to inspire people to help build that program.
All right, we'll have more of this, as I mentioned, coming up in the last segment. Do want to mention Tiger football team sent Coach Trapp out a winner last night. 33-14. John Hendricks had a couple of touchdown passes in the game. Ryan Lyons had a receiving touchdown, kickoff return for a touchdown. Cecil Ketchum a pick six. He also had a 70-yard run for a touchdown. Great win for the Tigers as they finished the season 4-6, and they finished 1-4 in region play. We'll talk a little bit more about that game as well. We've got a lot to get to today. We got DeKalb Middle School basketball. They're off to a 2-0 start. Coach Matt Quarles and members of his team with us this morning. We have got a state qualifier in cross country. Emily Fry is going to join us along with Landon Brown coming up a little bit later in the program. So we got a lot to talk about today. A lot to get to. Let's get to the commercial break, and we got middle school basketball coming up next. This is DC Blitz. We're presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
At DeKalb County Insurance, we proudly support our local sports teams, always rooting for the Saints, Bulldogs, Tigers, and Vols. And off the field, we're here for our community too, helping you understand your Medicare options with care and clarity. We're not affiliated with Medicare, but we're here to help you make informed decisions by finding the best plan that fits your healthcare needs. Open enrollment for 2025 runs from October 15th to December 7th. Give us a call to set up your Medicare evaluation at 615-597-0660, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please note, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to plans we do offer. Go to Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Holmes Services is your trusted partner for comprehensive excavation and septic solutions. With a combined 30 years of experience, our team of skilled professionals deliver reliable, high-quality work for both residential and commercial projects. We understand the unique challenges of Middle Tennessee's terrain and provide customized services. From basic excavation to complex septic system installations, we have the expertise and equipment to handle jobs of any size or complexity. Put us to work for you. Holmes Services, 615-597-6287.
In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that this life is a journey filled with highs and lows. Just as every game has its final whistle, so too does every life have its final moment. When that time comes, Love Cantrell Funeral Home would love the opportunity to earn your trust. We provide compassionate care and professional services to fit your family's financial needs. Love Cantrell Funeral Home has been a proud sponsor of all DeKalb County athletics for over 65 years. Love Cantrell Funeral Home, where love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Ranger brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night, as we study together and worship our Lord.
For 20 years, Southern Landscape Supply has been serving DeKalb County and the Upper Cumberland with everything you need to keep your lawn looking its best. From grass seed and fertilizer to top quality mowers and tractors, we've got you covered. And when it comes time for maintenance, our full parts and service department is here to keep your equipment running strong. Whether you're tackling the backyard or the back 40, trust your hometown experts at Southern Landscape Supply. Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville.
On your permanent record.
DC Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. All this football talk this morning. We got basketball going on. Kelly is smiling ear to ear. She's ready to talk basketball. So am I. The DeKalb Middle School Saints are off to a 2-0 start on the young season. And Coach Matt Quarles here with some of his players. Coach, it's always good to start 2-0. I know. And I know you're pretty excited about this team. What have you seen so far that you really like out of your group?
Teamwork, unselfishness, energy, effort. It's been pretty good. They're working together. We got some new players. Landon here came up from the West School.
You're welcome.
We have, yeah, he's come from the West School. We have a kid that played at Warren County that's lived in Smithville his whole life, and somehow he's playing at Warren County, but he's here now. We had a kid that come from Tullahoma. So it's kind of a new team, really. We're trying to figure it out and mesh together, and so far it's been pretty good.
What was the biggest challenge you see kind of a new team? You lost a pretty good 8th grade group last year. What was the biggest challenge maybe in getting this team and finding everything, the combinations that work for you?
Well, first, Landon has, correct me if I'm wrong, but mostly played down low. I mean, he's been in AAU, I watched him all the summer. He played a 5. He was the 5. He was literally the rebounder, the middle guy. Now he's went from a 5 to a 1. He's the point guard. Mm-hmm. So that's a big change. He's a point guard.
Versatility.
So he's running our offense basically. And if we're running a certain defense, he'll be up top, which I don't think that's normally happened either. So big change there for him, I think. And then just everybody finding their role as far as, Brooks here. I don't know that he's ever hit a 3. I'm sure he has, but as far as with me, he's always been the 5 pretty much, and now he's stepping out and hitting 3s. So there's been a lot of change as far as what the kids can do and what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So just that's pretty much what I have to say about that.
These first 4 games, you're kind of, I always hate saying preseason, but I kind of treat it as that before you get into district play. What are some things you're still wanting to iron out before you get into the meat of that schedule against some really good district competition?
Defensively, we're still trying to figure out. We've been experimenting with defenses, and these first 2 games, Rickman's good, but the Rams we played as a homeschool team, they're not great. So we can really experiment with our defense and see exactly what we can run. So that's probably the main thing. Offensively, trying to get these guys to actually run through a set or run through a play. Mm-hmm. Against Rickman, we call something and they immediately abort mission immediately. If the first thing isn't there, they just do their own thing. And if we practice, really that's all we've done for 3 weeks of practice is worked on plays, sets, offense, defense. We haven't done a lot of skill work, just trying to get them to understand what we're trying to do. But it's working when the competition is not like Prescott or Avery or stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, eventually we're going to have to run through a set. We're going to have to run through a play. We can't just wing everything, you know. And when you create a lot of turnovers like we have, you can score a lot of points in transition, but you're not going to get all transition points against really good quality opponents,
Right.
Not knocking Rickman. They're pretty solid. But, you're not going to get that against Avery Trace. I promise you that. You're not going to get 22 turnovers and score 40 points on layups.
Yep.
It's not going to happen. So
Kelly? I know you want to ask all these coach questions that I don't, you know.
Who is the first? I don't have the schedule in front of me. Who is the first person? Who's the first team you're going to come up against? It's going to be. This is going to.
So this coming week, I don't really know. Friendship Christian. We play Friendship Christian and Defeated. I think both of those will be better than the two that we've seen. I think. Then after that, we'll get into district play. So
is Avery Trace the target?
I don't know. Prescott, they have 3 kids over 6 foot. They have Crew Martin, who's Linus Martin, used to coach DeKalb. That's his son. He's the fullback. Not knocking that, but he's the same age as Hayden, my older son, who's in high school, and he's really, really good. Not only is he a fullback, but he's really, really good. You know, so he scored 30 on Sparta the other night in 3 quarters.
Wow.
So I mean, they're really good. Avery's really good, but I think we're right there with them once we get it, figured out.
So does it take? Does your defense have to work for your offense to work, or do you feel like these boys are going to be able to go blow for blow?
See, that's what we have to figure out, because right now, that's what I was saying. Right now, when you can create as many turnovers as we're creating, I mean, Brooks had 8 steals last game, and he only played about probably 2.5 quarters. Technical foul, 3 fouls in the first half. So, but no, he had 8 steals in about 2.5, 3 quarters. So I mean, that was we're scoring in transition off the defense. But what you're asking, I think we can. I think if these boys will buy into what we're trying to do and just run through some things, like if don't try to make the first pass and score in 5 seconds. That's not always, especially against a real good team, you might want to slow it down. You might want to try to eliminate, because if they're scoring a bunch of points, we might want to slow it down and try to take 30 seconds on a possession. That's what we need to figure out if we can do or not. But right now, we haven't really been able to see if we can do that. So I think we can.
Hardest question for a middle school coach. Do you have subs? Can you go 2 or 3 deep in your bench?
So we have 7 8th graders this year. We have the first two coming off the bench. Cade, he's moved into the one from Tullahoma, to Cade Gordon, and then Sam Tobit. He's been with me for 3 years. Those are the first 2. Right now, I've been focusing on the 8th graders. I mean, I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but since I've been there, I always give the 8th graders the first opportunity.
Right.
I mean, some people don't agree with that, but anybody that's been here and saying that's what I've done for 3 years, I want to. If they want to play high school basketball, I want to give them the love for the game, the opportunity. If you don't give them the opportunity, then they're just going to wash out and not play.
Yeah.
So I try to do that. If they can't handle it, then we'll go down from there. We have our 7th grade class is pretty small as far as size-wise, but I don't care to say it. I'm pretty open about stuff. Mason Curtis, he's a 6 foot 6th grader that can touch the rim, and I mix him in with them when we do drills and practice. I mix him in with the 8th graders. I haven't mixed him in with when we're running plays and stuff like that with the 8th graders yet. But if we'll see. I'm hoping the 8th graders can just run with it all year. But yes, I think we have some depth. Cade's probably 5'10", 5'11", big, strong kid, can shoot, can post up. So, yeah, I think we got a little bit of depth, and I think we got some more that we can tap into if we need to. I don't necessarily want to, but if we need to, I think so.
We'll come to our players. We got Brantley Brooks, Skyler Herriott, and Landon Holmes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Brantley, going to start with you, and you had quite a night. You've had a strong start to the season, but Coach mentioned the 8 steals against Rickman. I mean, you got to be locked in on defense to get 8 steals. I mean, what are you looking for defensively there?
Well, their eyes were just at the players they were passing to, so I just read that quickly.
Brantley, what do you feel like your game, what areas improved the most from last year to this?
Shooting and mid-range.
Is that something you have worked on quite a bit over the summer?
Yeah, during AAU.
What are some things you mentioned AAU? Who do you play with, and what are some of the focuses that they work with you on in AAU?
I play for Hoop City Elite. We just started, and I don't know really.
Just getting better.
Yeah.
How tall have you gotten since the end of last year?
I don't know.
He's 6 foot, every bit of it. So.
Has that been a little bit of a challenge trying to, usually say grow into your feet, but to be able to play and know your height and what you can do and what you can't do, and how have you worked that into your game set?
So last year I knew where I was kind of tall and stuff. I had to play down low, but we're doing AAU, I figured out where I can shoot, and I've figured out my body and stuff. I've been doing everything now.
That's cool.
Yes, it's important to you to be able to do things all the way around. And this is something I'm going to ask Landon too about being able to play low, but come out and handle the basketball. Is it important to have that multifaceted aspect to your game?
Yeah, because we have a bunch of people who can handle the ball and pressure, but we only need a couple to get it down the court. So we during Avery Trace, they have Cade and Owen, who's going to probably be playing up. So we need good ball handlers to go through them.
Okay. Skyler, let's come to you. You had a great game against Rickman, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. When it comes to scoring the basketball, are there particular players that the focus is trying to get them the ball to score, or is there several players on this team that can score the basketball?
There's definitely several players that can score the basketball.
What are some areas of your game that you've seen improvement in since last year?
My mid-range.
Mid-range, is that, again, something you've worked a lot on?
Yes, sir.
Do you play AAU?
Yes.
Okay, who do you play for?
I play for the age group above me.
Okay. Is there a certain thing they focus on that they try to work with? Do they work more with you individually or trying to refine your game, or do they work more with the whole team trying to just work with everyone?
More with the whole team.
More with the whole team. What are some areas you'd like to improve on this season?
Probably my 3.
Okay. Coach let you take a lot of those?
They all have the green light. I told every player on our team, this is the most well-balanced team I've ever had as far as shooting. I've told every single one of them. Skyler is not very confident in his 3, but he said he was shooting it better, so I said, if you're open, let it fly, man. I want them all to shoot. There's not a kid on our team that I tell them not to shoot if they're open. So if they're open, shoot the ball.
See, I love that you are open about them shooting the 3, but I love that they've said that they've worked on their mid-range, because you can live and die by that 3-point range. I mean, you can be the best shooter. I've seen J.J. Redick, who was probably the best shooter to come through Duke, die on that 3-point line because he just couldn't get one going in. And a lot of that is sometimes is team momentum, the things that are going on in the game, how they're playing you defensively. And I love that these first 2, and I'm sure the third one has as well, worked on that mid-range, because that mid-range is where you're deadly.
And that's what I keep telling Brantley Brooks. He's 6 foot and he's wanting to live around the wing, which is fine when he's hitting threes, but he's been a 5. So he's been a center. So now he's playing guard. He's a guard for us. He's our tallest player, but he's playing guard. But he can go to the high post, he can go down low. He's very versatile. So, I don't want him to fall in love with the 3-point like you're saying. And I don't think Landon's even attempted a 3 this year. He has in scrimmages, but he hasn't even. We can shoot threes, but we're going to be bigger than a lot of teams we play. So we want to work the ball inside. Skyler, we made it a point last game to feed him in the high post. Landon had 7 assists both games, and last game a lot of those were to Skyler.
So is Skyler your 4?
He's my high post. And it's funny because he's not. You wouldn't think because the way we're built that he would be a high post player. But he's our best mid-range shooter. So we're using the kids and with the tools that we have, and I don't care their height. If he's the best 4, that's what he's going to play. If he's the best guard, that's what he's going to play. And so that's what we've done this year. We're really weird when you look at our team, because you're going to be like, that's their center. No, that's our guard. That's our guard. No, that's our high post. So it's going to look weird, but I think it's.
But it seems like to me you're already creating a culture of mismatches. Because if anybody tries to play you man-to-man,
100%,
they're either going to have to put a guard who Brantley can shoot over, or they're going to have to bring the post out, which opens up, if Skyler's in there, that opens up, maybe he's got a shorter person there if he knows how to take it to the basket. It seems like you have really, with them developing this mid-range and putting the work in on that, they're going to, I see them going very far if they can.
Oh, you talk about mismatch. I love it, because when we run man, what do we call, guys?
Overload.
Yeah, or we just call mismatch. And so if we had a kid that's short, because we have 5 kids that are all about the same height, we just go mismatch Sky. I don't care to tell. Mismatch Brantley, mismatch Landon. We put them on a block. We And all right, you got to defend us now. You have to defend him in a block, or you'd have to defend him. You put a 5'6" kid on him. All right, go to the block. Defend
well,
him,
even if you put a tall kid on him, the tall kid can't keep up with him.
Yeah, you put a tall kid on a guard, we stretch it out. So we're so versatile this year, where I haven't really been in the past. We've been athletic, but we just haven't had 5 kids that could score. We have 5. I've told them this several times. We will have 5 different leading scorers this year, maybe more.
Yeah.
But we've already had 2 in 2 games, and I think it'll be different every single night. As long as they play unselfish and buy into being a team and not trying to play for themselves and play for each other, then the sky's the limit. So,
Landon, we were going to ask you a question, but we're out of time. Your first 2 games, Landon, has been impressive. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists against Rickman. Going back against the Rams, 8 points, 7 assists, 4 steals, rebound. Your all-around game seems like all around has improved. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, for sure. Just playing from, going to play at post and AAU. I know score down low, and then going to point guard helps. And, so yeah.
Is that tough, though? I mean, playing a 5 and then going to a 1?
It definitely is. But, Miss Kelly got me ready at the West School. I played a little bit of point guard at the West School. So, it helped me play at the middle school too.
I was going to say, just all around, being able to play multiple positions seems like it does help your all around. I mean, you're able to rebound, dish out the ball, everything. Mm-hmm. The shooting part of it, Coach said you've not attempted a 3. Is it just that it hadn't been there, or
it's just not been open? And Brantley's open; he's hitting 3s. So I'll give him the ball, if he's hot. So
Landon, this team seems like it has great chemistry. Do you feel that way?
For sure. Yeah.
What the bond with the team? I mean, what makes it that way? Do you guys work away from regular practice?
Yeah, we're all really good friends with each other. And it's not like like we only see each other in basketball, or we don't talk to each other in school or outside of practice. We're all really good friends. So.
Do you talk about long-term goals for the season, or do you take it a game at a time?
We kind of look at it as both. Like if it's like we're playing Avery Trace, we look at it one game at a time. If we're playing, Upper Cumberland Rams, we're looking ahead, and preparing for other games. But
what are some other areas of your game that you'd like to refine? You've come a long way. You're versatile, but what would you like to improve on?
Yeah, just playing point guard this year, just my ball handling, shooting, and just seeing the court better, so I can make good passes. So.
Do you notice in playing point guard, as you've gotten a little older and more accustomed to it, that the game has slowed down?
Definitely. And if you let people put pressure on you and you freak out, the game will speed up, and that makes that causes turnovers and stuff. So. Just be able to let the game slow down and come to use,
You taught him well.
But I probably can ask him, what does the point guard have to be on the floor?
I don't know.
They're not.
No,
you didn't teach him.
The leader, man.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant
you have to be the coach on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's kind of surprised me him saying that because he heard me say this so many times last year: run the play, finish the play, go to your second option. Because he knows that, and I think he will get there when the competition steps up, and it's not just wide open shot. It's not as easy. I think he will see that because they got to. I hear there was one point last year. I don't know. They all looked at me. They was like, "That play worked," and I'm like, "Yeah, if you run it all the way, it will work to a wide open layup." But no, he's a good kid, and like I said, he played for me for 3 years, and he played about every position the whole 3 years. Mm-hmm. But he created a mismatch. So if we had someone tall in there, I may have to put him in the post for us to counter that. But then I was able to pull him out to the point guard. I need him for ball handling as well. I'm so happy to see that he is getting success with this group. I'm glad he's with this group and he's having success, and I'm excited to go watch him play.
I'm going to go ahead, Matt.
Well, the thing I want to say about Landon is, and this is nothing, no knock against West School at all, but the competition level is just different. Mm-hmm. So you're playing a lot smaller schools. Landon could be scoring 20, 30 points a game right now at West School.
Right.
And he could. And if he wasn't getting boxing one or double teamed or whatever they would have done to him down there this year, he'd probably scored 30 points a game. But, he's kind of sacrificed the points to be the point guard. And the points will come, and I just want him to know that. That's why, we nominated him this week for the Player of the Week.
Yep.
Brantley had a great first game. But I wanted him to understand that being a pass-first point guard is just as important as scoring 18 points or whatever. Like, if you get 7 assists and 1 turnover and have however many steals you had, that's what a point guard does. Now, the points will come. He's going to have games where he's going to have 16 or 18, but he's not forcing it right now, and that's very important. So he kind of took, by coming to the middle school, it hurt his points, but his overall game is going to change and be so much better because of the competition level that he's going to face.
And it's going to push him to be a better player for the next level.
For the next level, 100%. This is going to help him for high school,
And it's probably helping the other kids
100%.
because you're not having to play them out of position.
Exactly.
He filled a spot that you needed, and I wholeheartely believe he could come in and play the post for. He could come in and play Skyler. He could come in and play any of the other 5 spots and do just fine. He's very smart, knows the game, and sometimes you have to, I'm surprised he hasn't taken a 3 because sometimes I was like, Landon,
he will
get across half court before you shoot it.
He did in the summer, and he hit several in scrimmage against Macon and Clay, but we haven't needed it. So he's been smart about shot selection so far. So,
and that means it'll come.
Yeah,
it will.
Well, we're going to wrap this segment up with a fun question. For this we call the Casey Midget question, since Casey's not in on this. So, Brantley, we'll come to you. What team do you most enjoy beating, that you want to beat the most?
Avery Trace.
Okay. And why is that?
It's between us and them in the district, and I think if we just do what we've been doing, it'll be fun to beat them.
Is that a rivalry?
Yeah.
Okay. We've been talking about that in all sports now. It's become a DeKalb Avery Trace rivalry. Skyler, what is one thing Coach Quarles says that you feel like maybe he says too much? One thing maybe he harps on that he's always preaching to you guys.
I don't really know.
He don't listen to it.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't hear you, Coach.
I know that.
What's one thing you like most about Coach Quarles?
He's a good coach all around. He can realize what we can do and stuff.
Okay. All right, Landon, I got 2 for you. All right, one's for me, the second's for Casey. First one is, have you played your dad one-on-one lately?
Yeah, I beat him.
What was it, bad?
It was close.
It was close?
Did he claim he was hurt?
He just claimed he was old.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he's right. Can he still handle the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. This is the Casey Midget question. What do you like better about Coach Quarles than Coach Kelly?
Careful now, you're sitting.
She's been so nice to me.
You really don't have to answer that, but Casey would have asked you that. For sure.
Probably the freedom that Coach Quarles gives him. I was a little more controlling.
Guys, thank you so much for coming out this morning. We hope to have you back a little later in the season. Coach Quarles, of course, we're going to be following, and we hope to live stream some games this year for you guys as well, and looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun season. Thank you so much for coming out today.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, we got more to come. We got DeKalb County Cross Country when we come back, and we will talk to Emily Fry and Landon Brown. Stay with us. This is DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is DeKalb County Insurance. Get a quote today at DeKalbInsurance.net.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Ignite HVAC Electrical and Plumbing is one of the top HVAC contractors in Middle Tennessee, offering both residential and commercial sales, installation, and services. We want to set ourselves apart from the rest of the HVAC industry by providing a seamless experience from your project start to finish. We are constantly improving our skills to continue to meet every expectation for our customers. Let Ignite serve your HVAC electrical and plumbing needs. 615-597-0100.
In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Holmes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
Just like the excitement of the big game, life is filled with unforgettable moments. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that when the final moment comes, you want to honor those moments with dignity and care. Whether you're celebrating a life well lived or finding solace in a time of grief, our compassionate staff is here to provide the support you need. Love Cantrell Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of DeKalb County Athletics through 3 generations. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Brain Your Brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord.
Bad Boy Mowers' legendary reputation for strength, performance, and value is now available with Bad Boy tractors. From mid-size to subcompact models powered by 22 to 35 horsepower water-cooled diesel engines, your tractor work just got real easy. On the farm, the ranch, or even around the house, Bad Boy tractors deliver power and durability all day, every day. Bad Boy tractors work with an attitude. Find your big boy tractor at Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville. Visit them online at thesouthernlandscapesupply.com.
DC Blitz, we're presented by DeKalb County Insurance, also sponsored by Good Health Family Clinic. Holmes Group, Ignite HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing, Liberty Auto Glass, Wellness Bank, formerly known as Liberty State Bank, Love Canterville Funeral Home, Ranger Brakes, Smithfield Church of Christ, Smithfield First Baptist Church, Southern Landscape Supply, and the Tony Luna Group of Lake Holmes Realty. Let us say good morning to Emily Fry and Landon Brown of the DCHS cross country team. Good to have you on the program. Emily, you're going to state. Are you excited?
Yes.
This has been a goal of yours for a while, right?
Yeah. I went to states in middle school, so.
Okay. How did you do then?
I can't really remember, but I think I did like top 200.
Yeah.
Because there were like 500 girls in that race.
Now, you're going to Memphis. I think it's Shelby Park and Memphis for this, right? Might want to take a Glock and a bulletproof vest.
Should make you run faster, I can tell you.
Can you bring me back some ribs? but what do you know about the course you're going to be running at?
I don't really know anything about it. I need to like look it up on the internet to see if it's like hilly or flat or whatever.
Yeah. What kind of courses do you prefer?
Flat.
Flat. The flatter, the better.
Yeah.
Landon, you ended up just short. Like, what was it, a second or something from being?
Second.
Golly, how heartbreaking was that for you?
Well, Coach, she had told me that me and Ben were 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
And that 4th and 5th were right there in front of us. So right about before the second mile, I had to pass Ben because I saw the two people in front of us speeding up the hill.
Yeah.
So I stayed with them, and going down the hill toward the finish line, they passed me, and I tried to keep up, but I just couldn't.
Did you know at that time that you needed to get past so-and-so, or was it after the fact you found out how close you were?
It was after the fact. 'Cause I only knew of the one that was in front of me, and then the one past me, I didn't know if he was a part of the team or what.
Have you been to state?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if you went in middle school or not. To kind of recap, Casey talking about their finishes at the Section 3 cross country meet. This was held up at Macon County. Emily ran a 23:38. That was 15th overall, but she was third among non-team qualifying medalists and thus earned the state berth. Landon ran it in 18:50. He was 23rd overall, but again, as he just mentioned, he was 6th among the non-team individuals. So outstanding efforts. Now, Emily, as far as your personal best time, what is that?
23:30.
23. So you were 8 seconds off of that.
Yeah.
Would you like to break that at state? I know you
Definitely.
would. Absolutely. So, Landon, what about you? 18:50. What is your personal best?
18:22.
18:22. Man, that's great. And what's your goal? What would you like to your goal before you're done in high school? Your personal best time to be?
Try to break the school record.
What is the school record?
I'm not mistaken. It's like 17 something.
Okay. All right. Casey, could you run that 5,000 meters? Was it 5,000 meters?
I don't know if I could drive that far and that quickly. So.
Emily, tell us a little bit about the teams that DeKalb County competed against, what you know about them, some of the ones that are going to state, because it looked like it was kind of top-heavy with a couple of teams. Who are some of the good teams in the competition you faced?
Is it Central Magnet?
I was going to say, I think Central Magnet's one of those teams, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, they're like really good.
Yeah. Why are they so good at stuff? They're golf and cross country. I don't get that.
Well, they got 1 million people to choose from, so they ought to find one that can run fast down there, I guess.
Landon, what about on the boys' side? Is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Landon, who are some of the guys maybe you look up to on the cross country team and who you've kind of learned from, and maybe some things that the coaches and you know the juniors and seniors have told you to kind of help you out?
Definitely been, because when I joined in 6th grade, he was in 8th, and Coach had me running with him and Andrew that year, even though my 2-mile time was like 3 minutes behind theirs.
Yeah. What do you do to prepare for a cross-country race?
Just the usual stretching and all that.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure you don't eat anything right before, right?
Usually about 30 minutes before, I'll have like a protein bar or something.
But you're not eating like a, turkey dinner or anything. No. You don't want to be too heavy, right?
Yeah.
Emily, what about you? What are some things you do to kind of prepare yourself?
I just try to stay hydrated and like get good sleep and like just eat a good dinner before.
mentally, how do you kind of prepare? Because to me, running, that's hard. I mean, you're talking about a long distance. How do you mentally prepare for that?
I don't really know. I just go for it, and hopefully I do my best.
When you're out there running, what's going through your mind? What are you constantly thinking about?
Just keep going, and hopefully I PR maybe.
Yeah. Landon, what about you? What are you thinking about when you're out there?
Absolutely nothing.
What's your favorite kind of course to run?
Definitely a flatter course.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of weather to run in?
I don't like it like real hot,
Mhm.
but I definitely don't like it like it was Monday.
That was horrible.
So what's worse, a cold, rainy day or a hot day?
Definitely a hot day.
Hot day. That seemed like it would really zap you. What about you, Emily?
I do not like the cold and rain. That's horrible.
No.
I'd rather a hot day.
Rather have a hot day. So, Casey, you want to lend us some of your expertise? Because we know you're a running expert.
Yeah, I am, as you can tell. I want you to talk to me like I'm 5, okay?
Because he is.
Yeah. So tell me, how do you get interested in cross country? What happened in y'all's lives to make you say, you know what, that's the sport for me?
I don't know. Just one of my friends did cross country, and she was like, "Hey, you should join." So I joined, and now I've just been on the team ever since.
Okay.
For me, I was in 5th grade when Coach went around trying to gather the people for tryouts and all that. And I was already like a really fast runner to begin with, but I never knew I was like that slow compared to other runners. And so when I went there, I got the papers and joined. Basically it.
So, again, talk to me like I'm 5, okay? we didn't have cross country, 80 years ago when I was in high school. What is cross country? Like, that is legitimately, take us through a cross country race.
Well, first you gotta warm up, and then you gotta stretch, and then normally we just do drills on the line, and then you run.
What kind of drills?
Like high knees, butt kickers.
Yep.
We gotta have I guess nicknames for it, so it's kind of
Oh, yeah.
people probably don't know what it means.
But as far as the actual race, I mean, obviously it's cross country. That's the name of it. But what would be a typical course? Would you be running in a farm somewhere? Obviously, there's a designated track, but is it hilly? Do you have to cross, obstacles or anything?
Yeah, sometimes it's crazy, but normally it's just in the woods, and there's grass, concrete. I don't know.
Wild animals.
So it could be a mixture of anything, really, then.
I've never seen animals, but.
What's your favorite course? Sorry, I had to cut you off, but what's your favorite course to run that you've run?
Maybe Cookville.
Okay.
But it is kind of challenging. Can't really think of
Is it at the school or is it somewhere else in location
it's
around?
It's near the school.
Okay.
It's beside the high school.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Landon? You got a favorite course?
Definitely Hendersonville.
Hendersonville. What stands out about it that you really like?
I looked when I went into it this year, the coach and Ben both said it was they had this major hill.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I'm probably going to run a 19 or something. But I ended up PRing on the course, and I was like, that wasn't that bad. I would run that again.
I might have a shot at this if everything was downhill the whole time.
Or you could do it in a golf cart. So, yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I don't know. I just think about how tough this sport really is because, Coach Pryor, John Pryor, he's still complaining about having to walk a golf course, in Knoxville a month ago now, just about. So I can't imagine the strain that puts on y'all's body. So when you're done with a particular heat, I mean, how do you feel okay? What do you have to do, to kind of recuperate your body after that? Or are you just fine?
Normally just fine. Maybe your legs will be a little bit sore after, and you just drink water and you feel better.
Yeah. Well, you're young. That all changes, buddy. Let me tell you.
You got a long way to go before you get to that point. But hey, we're really proud of what you all have accomplished this year, and Emily, we're really going to be pulling for you at state. We'll be keeping track of your progress there. Good luck. We'll go out there, and I know you're going to make us proud. And Landon, you got a lot of running left ahead of you, I know, and I know your goal is probably to make a state during your high school career, and I believe you're going to get there. So good luck to you both down the road, and keep going out there and winning races, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Emily Fry and Landon Brown, members of our DeKalb County High School cross-country team. When we come back, Casey and I are going to dive back into some football. Coach Steve Trapp, of course, resigning as head coach of the DeKalb County Tigers last night. We'll get into that a little bit more. We'll recap last night's Tiger football game. We will announce the Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week. And Casey and my coaching hot board. Who might be the next coach of the DeKalb County Tigers? We'll talk about it. Stay with us. This is DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
At DeKalb County Insurance, we proudly support our local sports teams, always rooting for the Saints, Bulldogs, Tigers, and Vols. And off the field, we're here for our community too, helping you understand your Medicare options with care and clarity. We're not affiliated with Medicare, but we're here to help you make informed decisions by finding the best plan that fits your healthcare needs. Open enrollment for 2025 runs from October 15th to December 7th. Give us a call to set up your Medicare evaluation at 615-597-0660, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please note, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to plans we do offer. Go to Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Home Surveillance is your trusted partner in video surveillance equipment. Our team understands the critical importance of safeguarding your family and securing your business assets. We offer comprehensive solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring peace of mind through advanced technology and expert installation. As a locally owned and operated business, we take pride in our community and strive to build lasting relationships with our customers. Let Home Surveillance help you protect the things most important to you. Give us a call at 615-597-6287. In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Holmes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that this life is a journey filled with highs and lows. Just as every game has its final whistle, so too does every life have its final moment. When that time comes, Love Cantrell Funeral Home would love the opportunity to earn your trust. We provide compassionate care and professional services to fit your family's financial needs. Love Cantrell Funeral Home has been a proud sponsor of all DeKalb County athletics for over 65 years. Love Cantrell Funeral Home, where love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Brain Your Brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord.
For 20 years, Southern Landscape Supply has been your hometown lawn care source in DeKalb County and the Upper Cumberland. From mowers and tractors to seed, fertilizer, parts, and service, we've got all your lawn care needs covered. Plus, we have the top name brands available, from Bad Boy to Hustler, Shindaiwa, Red Max, and more. When it comes to your lawn, don't play around with the rest when you can have the best. Southern Landscape Supply, your neighbor in lawn care. 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville.
Music malfunction. We're back on DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance, and host malfunction as well. It's Wellworth Bank, formerly Liberty State Bank. Casey pointed out I said Wellness Bank.
I have an affinity for naming banks right.
What's with all you get the banks? And it's kind of sad for me to see Liberty State Bank go because it's been Liberty State Bank for since 18 something.
I was talking to him out there the other day about it, and I think the same question 100% of the other people in the county's asked.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with the hedges out beside the bank?
Oh, man.
Liberty State, bank.
Wow, that's a good question. Every year Coach Bond's softball team made state. They went out there to the hedges.
Still do.
Yeah, and took a picture before the team went to state. So, oh, man, I hadn't even thought about that. That's going to be sad.
It's going to be weird saying Wellworth and that meaning that we're going to state. I guess. So, hey, we can do it, though.
Before we get into a little more Tiger football, let's announce a Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week, because if we don't, I will forget and I will be blown up as soon as the show is over. Our nominees this week, Jackson Dunaway of the DeKalb West Bulldog basketball team. Jackson had 9 points in the Best at the West opening win over Smith County, 6 in their semifinal win over Forks River, and then, get this, erupted for 20 points as the Bulldogs beat Union Heights to win the Gold Division Championship. Emily Fry, who is just joining us here on the program, Emily, as we mentioned, qualified for the Division I Class AA State Cross Country Meet, which will be held Thursday. She ran a 23:38, finished 15th overall at the Section 3 meet at Macon County High School. And Landon Holmes, 2 of her 3 nominees have been guests today. Landon made his Saints debut last week against the Upper Cumberland Rams. He was 4 for 4 from the floor, 8 points, 7 assists, 4 steals, and a rebound as the Saints won 70-23. This week's DC Blitz, a Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week on DC Blitz is Jackson Dunaway of the DeKalb West Bulldogs. Jackson won this week's popular votes, and with the panel and everything factored in, it was a close vote, but congratulations, Jackson Dunaway. this week's Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week. Big story today, Casey, has been the announcement that Steve Trapp is going to step down as the head coach of the DeKalb County Tigers. Before we kind of get back into that, a good win for the Tiger football team last night. They came out to just seem spirited all night. I know they drove down the field early, missed a field goal. Then a turnover, they got the ball back, drove down to, I think, inside the 5-yard line and had some penalties and things that kicked them back out. They ended up, I don't know if they scored on that second drive or not. I think they ended up a 22-yard touchdown. That's what it was on the second drive from Hendricks to Jesse Fouch. And from there, they fell behind 14-13, then got going. I know right in there, Ryan Lyons had a 70-yard kickoff return, I think, for a touchdown. But then a big fourth quarter there for DeKalb County, and Cecil Ketchum had an exceptional fourth quarter, a pick six, 70-yard touchdown run. The Tigers played with a lot of fire last night.
They sure did. Hey, you want to know the sign of a team of good character is you play hard when it don't matter.
Yeah.
And so it didn't matter, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Both teams were this was going to be their last game of the season anyway, but it did matter. And that is man, that makes me very proud to be a Tiger.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you go 1-9, and that one is Livingston Academy. You had a great season.
Yeah.
And so I know that rivalry isn't the same as it used to be, but it's not gone away at all. I know Livingston came in here thinking that this was going to be a big springboard for them for next season. And, hey, let's give Livingston Academy credit, okay? That team is much improved over the last 2 or 3 years. It almost seems like we're living in Wonder World or something now when you say that Livingston Academy has been down for so many years now.
Yeah.
And so they had the shot to not have a winning or losing season this with a win last night.
Yeah.
And so man, I am so proud of our boys. And I'll tell you this. This is the part that stinks the most about Coach Trapp resigning when he did. And again, not disparaging anybody, he has earned the right to do whatever he wants to do.
Sure.
Okay? But last night was senior night. It's the last time that those group of seniors are ever going to put on a Tiger football helmet that matters, at least, okay? And so they had a great win last night. They were obviously fired up, and maybe they were fired up in part because of what Coach Trapp did pregame. If so, kudos to him. That was the right call. But I feel like in our major responsibility in the county now as the sports authority of the county, I feel like that we need to not overlook the efforts and the work that those seniors have put in.
Yes.
And last night, I want to believe that everyone on that team was playing for them.
Yeah.
And to send them out with a win. Talked with Coach Shaw at the end of the game last night, and I thought he said one of the most remarkable things, and I have never thought about it. Yeah, you know what? Our season was going to end tonight. We had no shot at the playoffs. But if you think about it, if you make the playoffs, unless you win the whole thing, you're going out with a loss.
With a loss, yep.
These guys got to go out with a win.
Yeah.
Good for them, and they earned it. They played as hard last night as I've ever seen them this season play, including against Friendship Christian.
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed. I got very concerned when we drove down that first drive, and we got like to the 2-yard line down there, and then it started unraveling, and then it ended up being fourth and goal from the 20-yard line. It was we took some backwards there, and we missed that field goal, and then instantly it goes through your mind, oh man, is this going to be the game this year tonight? So are they going to just lose hope and it kind of roll? Livingston comes down and scores, and then you think, well, okay. And so, but that did not happen. They kept fighting, and kept fighting.
Sure did.
Give credit to Cecil Ketchum.
Yep.
That kid sparked them last night. Don't care what you say, the kid sparked them last night.
He did. Yep.
And that is Ryan Lyons is Ryan Lyons. He is the best athlete on the field. Ryan helped him last night a lot. He bailed him out a lot. Mm-hmm. He did not have the effect that Cecil Ketchum did last night. I thought the line play last night was excellent. They gave John Travis Hendricks a lot of room to run last night. And at some point, we got into the second half, and they were alternating running backs last night. We got into the second half, and Gavin Frazier only carried the ball one time. And it was always that fake to him, and then, John would take off.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, how is this still working? Like he has not handed off to Gavin. He has took that fake and run with it the entire time. Why is that still working? And then you realize it's because of the line play that he had up there. And so that's a very senior heavy line, and I give them a lot of credit. You know what? I think it is very reasonable to say, yes, it was a down year. Yes, it was a down year from last year as well. Mm-hmm. But I think that line was better this year than it was last year.
Yes, certainly. I totally agree with that. That's something that whoever the new coach is going to face, rebuilding the offensive line. And there's some good players there, and there's some young guys that have gotten an opportunity. And, of course, I know apples and oranges, middle school to high school, but that group last year that moved up as freshmen this year, some of them got a little bit of playing time. They're going to have to get stronger, going to have to get bigger. Potential is there, but that offensive line is going to have to be rebuilt next year. You got to find a quarterback, but you hope you're going to get Ryan Lyons back. You're going to get Cecil Ketchum back. Reed, Midget, Gavin, you mentioned freshmen who have gotten chances to play this year. Those guys are going to come back. There's some young guys that the new coach is going to inherit, Casey, that's gotten some time. There's going to be work to do, but potential to me is there.
Colin Donnell, that's another big one. And William Soto, God bless him. That kid I felt so bad for last night. He ended up really messing his ankle up last night and had to come out. And that kid is a winner, okay? And he is going to help them for years to come on both lines.
Yep.
There. I go back to that 8th grade championship game. To my grave, I will say he is the hero of that game.
I agree with you, 1,000%.
Yeah, and so you're right. They do have a lot of young guys that's going to come up and help. They're going to have some freshmen that come in next year that's going to help them as well. But the big question is who's going to be the one leading them out there. Mm-hmm. And so now we see how our athletic director handles it, I guess. And so we haven't had to do this much over in the football program. We hadn't had to do it in 21 years. But we haven't had much turnover, period, unless, it was pre-planned and, it was something that everybody pretty well knew was happening. But now we have to see who is out there to be able to lead that next wave of Tigers.
So, with that said, we'll segue into what kind of search is this going to be? The job, of course, will be posted. That's the requirement. What kind of interest will there be out there? I think it's an attractive job. Now, you may say, well, compared to maybe an Upperman or something, all that blah, blah, blah. But Steve Trapp has elevated to this job to where I think, Casey, it's a good job to have. There is young talent there, and I know Kelly kind of put out there she doesn't feel like maybe this is a football school / area. I don't know if I 100% agree with that. I know that, we may not have the depth of athletes across the board that some larger schools have, but we do have good athletes. We've got a community very much behind this football program. I think it's a job that's going to draw some interest from some good coaches outside, and I think we've got some coaches inside the DeKalb County system already that are going to be worthy candidates and interested in the position as well.
I love Kelly, and she is great. She's dead wrong about the football.
Yeah,
I get what she's saying. Okay, what she's trying to say about we just don't have all the athletes and things like that. 100% right. But don't kid yourself. Every community in the South is a football-first community, and we are no different from anybody else. I personally like baseball the best of all the sports, and I think we have the best athletes for baseball in DeKalb County.
Right.
And historically, we've proven that.
Sure.
But even I have to admit, football trumps everything as far as when you're out talking to the average person. They ask about, if they care about high school sports, the first question they ask is, how's the football team going to be next year?
Yep.
And that is nothing derogatory to any other sport. We live in the South.
And that's
it.
Yeah. Football is king in the South.
Yes. But to your point, yes, there are it is somewhat of an attractive job. Okay? And I qualify that by saying it's for the right person.
Yeah.
Okay? Now,
can you find a Steve Trapp that's lived? Steve Trapp is Philip Fulmer. He was Tiger through and through, much like Fulmer was Vol through and through. Can you find somebody like that? Yeah. I don't know.
Yes, I think you can, and I think you are correct. I think they're here now. So if I am athletic director Bruce Curtis, I have 2 phone calls to make right off. Number one is to Coach Shaw. I think that man has earned the right to lead this program.
Yep.
He has been an excellent teacher of defense, and he has been an excellent representative of the Tiger program.
Sure,
there.
he sure has. Yes.
And so I think probably he's got to turn you down first. If he even so much as sneezes about it, the next phone call I make is to the middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I call both of those Poteet boys up and tell them, it's time for you to it's time for you to move up.
Yeah.
And I don't know what their interest would be. I tend to think it would be good because they are a football through and through.
Yeah.
And I have been fortunate enough to be around them for the past 4 or 5 years, on a more of a personal level. And there are not 2 human beings in this school system that are better people than Hunter and Justin Poteet.
Mm-hmm.
They represent everything that is right about our school system. They represent everything that is right about what the average parent would like their children to act like and to learn. And they know how to coach football. Oh,
yeah.
By the way, they're pretty good at it, And so, to me, the first 2 phone calls that should be made are to guys that are already here in this system, and because I think both options would be great.
I'll tell you what I would almost love to see, and I'm gonna piggyback on the Michael Shaw, Coach Shaw. He's paid his dues. He played football for this program, was an exceptional football player, has college experience as a player, coached here a while. He's been other places and has coached. He's come back here. I don't know that he wants the job. I can't say that, but I do think he's earned the job. I very much think he's earned the job, and I think he, especially if you're staying at home in-house, and if you can and you can find somebody that loves DeKalb County football on the level of a Steve Trapp, I think Michael Shaw is your man. I think he's a guy that, like I said, he's paid his dues and he's worked hard. He's a man of integrity, which I think, falls in line with what you've had with Coach Trapp. I think I know his players respect him, and he's already earned that within the program that exists right now. Now, on top of that, the Poteets have paid their dues at the middle school. They could come up and be part of a staff, and you've got a Hunter Poteet who's played in the Coach Trapp offense. And I'm not saying you can't change the offense. That may not be what Coach Shaw wanted to do if he is elevated to head coach, but for the sake of continuity, if you want that, Hunter Poteet, you could do a whole lot worse than bring him up and let him be in charge of your offense. And then you got another great defensive mind there in Justin Poteet. And let's not count out these guys that have paid their dues on the staff right now for the Tigers. When you got an Eli Cross, you got a Cason Wheeler, you got Stephen Jennings, you got these guys and some other guys even in the system that might, want to come back and coach that have played as DeKalb County Tigers. I think there's an excellent foundation, Casey, right there. If you could put that together with a lot of guys who have bled DeKalb County black and gold their entire lives, I think that's a home run for the DeKalb County Tigers and AD Bruce Curtis, if that's the route. Again, there may be some interest on the outside, and there's some people even with DeKalb County connections that might even be willing to apply for the job. But I think in-house, you've got some very, very qualified, passionate people to take this program and continue the success and even build on that success that Coach Trapp has established in 21 years.
Take that back to Coach Trapp.
Yeah.
Why is it that we are sitting here in Smithville saying we have options right here?
Yeah.
What do all of those lines lead back to? Steve Trapp. And so I go back to that's his biggest thing. Forget wins and losses, okay? Throw it out the window. Did you make the program better than you found it?
Yep.
100% he absolutely did. Think about your idea about Hunter Poteet. You bring in Hunter Poteet as offensive coordinator, okay? What has that kid showed you he can do? Last year, he took a championship football team and got his second championship since he was there. Think about their offense, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you they didn't throw the ball 5 times all season long. And I'm really not exaggerating a whole lot. It was a run-first, smash-mouth, we're going to come right at you and smack you right in the throat offense, okay? They won a ton of games. Fast forward to this year. I went out and watched that team, the first game of the season, and I didn't recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
They were a pass-first offense.
Yep.
And why is that? Because they are able to evaluate what they have on that roster, and they play to that strength.
Exactly.
That is what we need as an offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Somebody who is not so self-determined that they're going to run their system, and that's the only right system to run. And so help me, that's whether we got the players or not, that's the system we're going to run. We need somebody in there that can see the talent and get the most out of that talent. Again, this is not throwing shade at anybody. I'm just telling from this point forward, that's what we need.
You can have a system and have variations within a system. And I use Josh Heupel at Tennessee. People are still talking about they go fast. They don't go so fast anymore. They don't throw the ball 50 times a game anymore. That offense is predicated on the run, really, when you look at it. So you can have a system, but you have variations within the system based on the personnel. And you don't recruit in high school, so you have to kind of ebb and flow with what you're handed. And I think, again, Hunter Poteet has done that. He's proven he can do that at the middle school. I know he would do it on the high school level. So, again, just some thoughts out there. It's early in the process. You know, this is not something that I mean, it's probably going to be a bit before we know who the next football coach is going to be. But just some food for thought from our perspective, and we've seen a lot of football at DeKalb County High School.
You know what should really be, as much as anything, make this thing an attractive position is you're not coming into a situation where the cupboard is bare.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times that's the way a program, when a leader leaves, he leaves because there's nothing coming, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not the case this time. We had 4-5 freshmen play at some point this season. So, you know, we have a lot of young talent there. The senior class you're going to have next year, think about that one. It's going to include Ryan Lyons.
Yeah.
Ryan Lyons is coming back again.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing so long, he seems like he's a sixth-year kid out there.
And we'll take him 6 more years.
So, and here is why this is the world we live in, okay? This sounds 2 years ago, somebody would have thought I was on drugs when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. But here's what you've got to do. You need to get stability in there quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about as an athletic director. The quicker you can get a coach in that position, it behooves you to do that because of the world we live in. Do you really think that this morning some of these other coaches around in our area right now aren't waking up to see, oh, Coach Trapp is gone, Ryan Lyons is a senior? He's going to get phone calls. This is the world we live in. I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it.
But you're dead on the money with that. I mean, you know, why not? Why not if you're a coach? He's an exceptional athlete. Why not be reaching out to some of these kids? I don't like it either. I don't. I don't even like it in college football. But as you say, it's the world we live in.
I don't mean to just single out Ryan either. You have Jesse Fouch. You've got Cecil. There's tons of athletes on that team that coaches are going to be aware of. It's like the Wild Wild West. It's almost like college recruiting used to be. You go recruit against somebody, you know. Yeah. And so I don't like it. But that's the world we live in. So it behooves Tiger football for Tiger football 2026 to be settled as soon as it can possibly be.
One other thing, I'm going to advocate for this, and I screamed and hollered for years for, you know, Harold Luna to be associated with the gym. And they named the court, not the gym, but it's something. And Dr. Van Hoosier's name will stay on that stadium, and rightfully so. The field should be named after Steve Trapp. And I say that if you've watched 20 years from where we were in 2005 to now, I'm just talking about the facilities itself, let alone the success the program has had. And no, we're not winning state championships. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here, you know, we ain't representing 12 gold, but we're not Alcoa. But the level he's brought this football program to, the work he has done, the tears, blood, sweat he has poured into facilities, the program, the community, his name needs to be on that field. It needs, from this point on, to have his name on it. I'm going to jump up and down on that soapbox. And I know I've heard tell that the board maybe doesn't want to get into naming this and that and all that. But when you earn it, you deserve it. And he's earned it, in my point of view, and he deserves it.
He's done a lot of good things for the county, for the football team, for sure. Nobody can ever deny that. He's took the program farther than it's ever been took before. That cannot be taken away with.
Yep.
I know Steve well enough to know that I don't think he would want that, to be honest with you.
Probably not.
And good for him, you know. And, you know, because he has always preached himself that the Tiger pride and Tiger football program is bigger than just one person, and
He's
it
right.
is.
It is.
And so, maybe it's we name it Memorial Stadium. I don't know, but yes, give Coach Trapp his due. He should be honored by the school. He should be honored by our community. And you think about, again, we've talked a lot about this, it seems like this morning, that the time that we live in. I think we live in a time where we recognize things like that a little more than maybe we did in years past.
Yeah.
I mean, think about your own personal life. Like, you hear stories about your parents and grandparents, and you think, man, they lived in Russia or something. Like this. People were just cold-hearted back then. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
smoking in the house, and smoking while pregnant. Just whatever. But things that have changed so much. It makes me look back and I think about somebody like Wayne Cantrell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I mean, he was a coach for 28 years.
Yeah, I mean, there's what recognizes that for the accomplishments of Coach Cantrell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I am glad that we live in the time that we do, because I think that people should be honored if they do a good job for a long time.
Yeah. And saying that with the field, I wasn't no slight at all to Coach Cantrell. He deserves something too. He's been gone from the program 20 years, and what have we done to recognize Coach Cantrell? And he's the winningest coach in DCHS football history. Steve is number 2, but Coach Cantrell holds that distinction. People may not remember, some do out there, when he took over the program in 1971, they've been horrible. I mean, that was a program that they were struggling to win games, period. And he came in there and turned that thing around quick. And what have we done for him? And I think that's a travesty in my mind. But anyway, that's for another day.
We got to do better, don't we, Tom?
We do. We have to do better.
If the world has changed, we all know how we feel like the world has changed for the worse in a lot of ways. But the world has changed for the better in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
And I think overall, people's hearts maybe are a little bit softer than they were in years past about things like that. And it's just time. Love heals all things. It's time for us to really recognize people more than what we do. And I'm about naming everything after everybody. I don't, it's just whatever we can do to share a little positive and joy and to recognize, I think we should do.
I'm all about sports history. I've researched for years, football, basketball, as much as I can, and I'm still working. That's something I'm passionate about, just trying to discover more so we can put more stuff out there so people will be aware of what these people accomplished, both past and present. And for our student athletes to have something to look at and know, hey, this is what DeKalb County football used to be, or basketball. And, these people have been relevant and why they're relevant. And we need more of that. And I beat that drum, and I take it upon myself to dig and research some of this stuff because I want to know. If nothing else, I'm a sports junkie, and I just want to know.
It's just craziness, the information you have. It's like embarrassing almost. So,
it shows I have no life,
whatever.
Casey. It's kind of sad. We have had a great show today. Want to say thank you all for tuning in, and want to thank Matt Quarles, Brantley Brooks, Skyler Herriott, Landon Holmes from DMS Basketball for coming out today. Emily Fry, Landon Brown from DeKalb County High School cross country, really pulling for Emily as she goes to state 250 on Thursday. They will be, I don't know if it's a shotgun start, whistle, whatever, but they may not want to shoot a gun in Memphis. No telling, that would be a scary, so maybe a whistle might be a better way to start.
They're probably sounding an air horn so people can tell the difference.
They can play an Elvis song.
Yeah.
Since they're going to be in Memphis. Yeah. But thank all of our guests for stopping by today. Kelly had to bail out on us early. Again, get well wishes to Coach Vance and hope to have him back next week.
Coach Vance, we totally forgot.
Oh,
that's the other coach that we need to throw out there. We need more Coach Vance in this county.
What? I did. Well, okay, Kelly. We did the student athlete of the week. If you did tune in and miss that,
Kelly,
Jackson
she is
Dunaway.
so bossy. Does she think we're a bunch of idiots?
She's our mama hen, and we need that. You know that. We need our mama hen, and that's what Kelly is. Thanks to Kelly, Daniel, and for Casey Midget, I'm Tom Duggan. For DC Blitz, we'll see you next week. Presented by DeKalb County Insurance.